Hi, this is Melinda with the blog Eating Buckets. Today I am making a soup. I am a total soup girl. I make soup basically 5 days a week, it feels like, especially in the wintertime. So first I'm just gonna get a couple of these potatoes chopped up. And sometimes you can decide not to peel them. The skin is actually a really great flavor enhancer in soup. Okay, so first I'm going to put a good solid drizzle of olive oil in here. I'm going to use a half of one of these, which is equivalent to an entire cube of butter. So if you don't have Kerrygold butter or butter that's this size, just go with 1 cube of regular butter. Go ahead and cut it up. Toss it in with your olive oil. You're going to add all of your onion and all of your garlic. I really like to use a garlic press even for something as simple as a soup, just because the flavor of the garlic goes much further. All of this goes into the pot, and I'm going to put it on the stove and start the cooking. The most important thing to focus on when you are cooking garlic is making sure you don't scald the garlic. It will immediately change to a bitter flavor in your soup or really anything that you're cooking. So what you want to do is focus on cooking your onions and your garlic together, but gently. So these ingredients are all sort of melding in here happily. I'm going to let them cook for about 5 minutes total. You'll start to notice that the onions become translucent, but not soft. What I'm going to do now is add my thyme. It's dried thyme. In the summer, I would have a whole, bunch of fresh thyme from the garden. You could use 2 to 3 leeks for this. I chopped all of the white parts, all of the green parts, except the final 2 to 3 inches of the green part of the leeks, because they were starting to look wilted. So I'm going to throw all of those in. Leeks are in the onion family. They have a wonderful sweet and spicy flavor that just is dynamite in soups of all kinds. Probably about 6 smaller stalks of celery. So I'm going to mix those in for just a little bit, using the heat and the oil to really coat everything with the flavor that we've created. I wish you could smell this. It smells incredible. And I know that this is going to be a delicious soup. So I'm going to add 10 cups of peeled russet potatoes. I think cooking is such a personal experience. It's meant to taste how you want it to taste. And you're not going to know really until you've experimented and made mistakes. And I think working in the kitchen is all about making mistakes and having fun. I'm going to stir all of this really thoroughly. Make sure it's not sticking to the bottom of the pan. It can burn surprisingly easily. I am going to cover it and let it cook for about 15 minutes. On my stove, that's a level 6. It's a little higher than a medium high. And after that, we'll deal with salt, pepper, and our coarsely chopped parsley. And family, but I think the pressure of trying to make something so amazing that everybody's going to write home about it really can be a killjoy, and that's not what the point of cooking is at all. It should be something that you find meditative and calming and peaceful and enjoyable, and that ultimately will come through in the flavor of your food. Everybody will enjoy that, and you'll be a happier person because of it. I'm going to add a big pinch of salt. This is kosher salt. You can use any different varieties of salt here. I usually love using a flake sea salt for the flavor, but kosher salt works beautifully, and it's going to dissolve really well and quickly. I'm going to use a very big pinch of freshly ground black pepper, probably a little over half a teaspoon, totally up to your flavor palette. And I always do a taste test partway through. This is already looking really beautiful. Let's see how it's going. How it's going. So good. It needs more salt, and I can go with a little bit more pepper. So a full teaspoon of freshly ground pepper is going to be great with this, and I'm going to add a whole nother teaspoon of salt. And all of this will go in a recipe on the blog, so you don't have to try to jot everything down as you're watching this. I'll make sure it's really clearly outlined. And now I'm going to add 2 full cups of coarsely chopped flat leaf parsley to this whole big business. Anybody who really is missing the flavor of a rich, dense cream can just simply drizzle that in at the end here, but it's not necessary. And the flavor here is just so powerful that I think you'll really enjoy it just the way it is. I hope you enjoy this soup with your family and friends, and thank you so much for joining us in our kitchen. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.